So one topic I really wanted to discuss was bisexuality. I think it's interesting. While homosexuality is getting more and more accepted today, and there's legalizing gay marriage and things like that being passed in the courts and in laws, bisexuality still remains this big question mark to a lot of people. And I kind of want to go into why and what it means. So first off, people generally don't like things that they don't understand. They don't like change. They don't like things that are different from them. So if you think about it, the majority of the world is straight, and they understand that. Then you introduce the picture of homosexuality, being gay, lesbian, and while there's some pushback from that for various reasons, I think people are generally also pretty understanding of that. In their mind it makes sense. Normally men like women, women like men, but sometimes men like men and women like women, and that makes sense. But I think a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that it's very possible for someone to like both in varying degrees. Now all of a sudden you've got a man that likes men and women, or a woman that likes men and women. And I think a lot of people it's such a foreign concept to them that they don't get it and they don't support it. I myself was actually pretty guilty of this for a while I was trying to learn myself out. The way I saw it, if you were bi, you were actually just gay in denial. You were just lying to yourself. And I guess maybe that's because that's how I felt to myself, internally. And so I was just kind of projecting my own feelings. And I tend to do this a lot with other things in life, but I was remaining ignorant of the fact that there are people out there who are different from me, and their situations are completely different, and they go through life entirely different. And what works for me doesn't have to work for someone else, and what works for someone else doesn't have to work for me. So there's this notion of bisexual erasure, and basically what that is, it's the tendency to ignore, remove, falsify, or even straight up deny bisexuality. Often people will try and force bisexuals into one of the two norms. Either they are a heterosexual who's curious and trying things out with the same sex, or they're a homosexual who's still closeted and pretending to like women. The interesting thing is it exists in both straight and gay communities. I have had gay friends who've told me that they hate bisexuals, that they don't understand them, that they think you have to pick one or the other. You can't have both. And another common manifestation of bisexual erasure is referring to someone as heterosexual when they're with the opposite sex, and homosexual when they're with the same sex. So for example, with myself, I've dated women, and I was attracted to them. It was fine. And so now I'm dating a man, so you can almost say that I practice it a little bit too, and that I would just say that I'm gay now dating a man, but technically I'm bi. But that gets back to the whole me hating labels thing. If it raises visibility for a community that is underrepresented and needs support, I will go out and say that I'm bisexual 100%. See, the other thing I don't like about the term bisexual is that it implies that there's two, right? There's just heterosexual and homosexual. And then in reality, there's all kinds of people who love all kinds of people. And so trying to force people into these categories, be it two or three, it's just wrong in my opinion. Why do we need to label things? Why can't we just be who we are and love who we want to love and just let it go? So in conclusion, love who you want to love. Be who you are. Don't try and conform to what other people want you to be. Don't try and don't try and change yourself. Just forget labels. Don't worry about it. If you're attracted to someone, go flirt with them. If you want to date someone, go date them. Don't worry what gender they are. It doesn't matter. Just be yourself. And there's tons of people who support you. I support you. Just be strong and be happy. That's all I can say, really. So I love hearing your comments on things. This is a really interesting subject that I think has a lot to be said, and I know I've really just grazed the surface. So please, comment below. Let's get a discussion started. And I love your feedback on my previous videos. You guys have added so many great points and elaborated on topics that I missed. So, you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. It's so echoey in here. This echo's gonna suck. They're gonna be like, are you in a stairwell? Yes, I'm in a stairwell. Deal with it.